We are blessed this evening to participate in this session with Swamiji. Welcome to everyone here. This is our 39th class of Mundakopanishad with Swamiji. We are in chapter 2, section 2. In our last class, Swamiji took us through mantras 5 and 6, and we started the first 2 lines of shloka 7. Today, Mrs. Manju Nandakumar will chant shlokas 4, 5, and 6 of Bhagavad Gita Dhyana shlokas. The first 3 were chanted last session. Manju?
हरिओम स्वामी
Oh.
सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सस्तुतिर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् भीष्मद्रोणतडा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोफला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः.
Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatra Sthirairangai Stushtovam Sastanobhir Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vridhashravaha Swasti na Posha Vishwaveda Swasti na Starkshyo Arishtanemi Swasti no Brihaspati'r Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we are studying the second khanda in the second Mundaka. In our last sitting we have seen the 7th mantra. That is the first part of 7th mantra. So let us read it once more. Yes sarvajñaḥ sarvavidyasyaiṣa mahimā bhuvi divyebrahmapure hyeṣa vyomnyātmā pratiṣṭhitaḥ manomayaḥ prāṇaśarīranetā pratiṣṭhito'nne hṛdayaṃ sannidhāya tadvijñānena paripaśyanti dhīrā ānandarūpamamṛtaṃ vibhāti sarvajñaḥ sarvavidyasyaiṣa mahimā bhuvi divyebrahmapure hyeṣa vyomnyātmā pratiṣṭhitaḥ manomayaḥ prāṇaśarīranetā pratiṣṭhito'nne hṛdayaṃ sannidhāya tadvijñānena paripaśyanti dhīrā ānandarūpamamṛtaṃ yad vibhāti. Yaha sarvajñaḥ. Yaha, one who is sarvajñaḥ. Sarvam janāti iti sarvajñaḥ. One who knows everything. The omniscient being, all-knowing. Sarvavidh. Again, one who knows everything. There is no meaning in repeating sarvajñaḥ and sarvavidh in the same line. But Shruti does that. So we will have to see, we have to remember two things. One is repetition is not preferred in kavyas and other sahityas. For example, in kavya, you take the case of kavya. In one single shloka, if many terms with the same meaning is repeated, it is not good. We will not accept it. But at the same time, in Shastras, repetition is not at all bad. It is used to teach, make the student aware of the matter, the subject matter. So in kavyas and all, we will not allow or prefer repetition. Whereas in Shastras, especially in Vedanta Shastra, we can repeat the same Shabda or different Shabda with the same meaning again and again in the same mantra. And Rishis are doing that. That is one thing we have to remember. The other thing is, if we are taking it as to mean differently, we can do that also. Because when we are using the term sarvajña, it means the omniscient being, the all-knowing. Of the nature of absolute knowledge. One who is of the nature of absolute knowledge. That is meant by sarvajña. And sarvavidh, one who is knowing each and every materials or aspects of knowledge. One who is knowing different branches of knowledge, different materials, knowing this, knowing that. So we are cognizing this universe and we are knowing different objects of the world. When we know different objects, all objects of the world, then we can call him sarvavidh. We cannot call him omniscient. Because his knowledge is in relation to the objects of the world. So here, sarvavidh and sarvajña, both terms are used simultaneously. So in two ways we can take, one to mean the same thing, taking repetition as a blessing. Why the Acharya is repeating? Because we are sitting to study. We are sitting to learn. So the only intention of the Acharya is make some vritti, some awareness in us. So he will go on repeating the same thing. If we are stopping all the repetitions in the Vedanta Shastra, we will have only some 2 or 3 or 5 mantras, only that. But we have hundreds of Shastras. The same thing is repeated in different words, different styles. So, yaha sarvajñaḥ sarvavidyasyaiṣa mahimā bhuvi. Hyeṣa mahimā, this greatness. What we are seeing in this universe, what we are cognizing in this universe, from the minutest atom to the grossest universe. When we observe this, we will sit wonderstruck, because what much objects are here. Thousands and thousands of galaxies. We cannot count. But the rule or the law which is abiding a minutest atom is ruling the whole universe. We are using the term universe for the sake of easy understanding. Because scientists are teaching us about parallel universes. This, our ancient acharyas taught us thousands and thousands of years back in their sayings as Aneka Kodi Brahmanda Nayaka or Ananta Kodi Brahmanda Janani, like that. So the usage of the term universe itself is something not acceptable. But everywhere, whatever be that, whatever objects is there which we can objectify or which we can cognize, the same rule is abiding everything. The same rule is holding everything together. So, what we are seeing here is the greatness of his greatness. Yasyaisha mahimā bhuvi. When we observe an organic cell or an inert object, we can see that greatness. There is no doubt in that. So, etavan asya mahimā. The Samhita portion of the Veda itself says, whatever we are seeing here, whatever we are hearing here, that is cognizing, all these are his greatness. Etavan asya mahimā. And ato jyāyamscha purushaha. His real nature is above all these manifestations. So all these manifestations are nothing but his greatness. Yasyaisha mahimā bhuvi. So yaha, one who is sarvajñaḥ and sarvavid, the all-knowing, the omniscient, whatever we are observing, whatever we are cognizing in this universe are his own greatness. So don't go in search of Ishvara here and there. I am going to Himalayas. Why? In search of God. Or I am going to some ashramas or some temples, some caves. Why? In search of God. Yes, of course, we will have to go in the initial stages. But what you are seeing around, Vishtabhyaham idam kritsnam ekamshena stito jagata. with a minutest part of mind, I am holding everything together. I am manifesting as everything in this universe. Īśāvāsyam idam sarvam. Everything is pervaded by the same Satchidananda. Puruṣeva idam sarvam. Everything is that Purusha, that Ishvara. So Rishis are repeating this. That is their realization. This world is nothing but the manifestation of Ishvara. See, when man is coming and saying, this world is mithya, jagat mithya, because it is only in the transactional level. Whatever we are experiencing is only in the experience level, transactional level. Above that, there is no world, and therefore, this world is mithya. Yes, it is absolutely correct. But at the same time, another Acharya is coming and saying, no, this world is real. That also is correct. Why? Whatever I am seeing, whatever I am cognizing, is that existence absolute. Hyeṣa mahimā bhuvi. The name and form, that part is mithya. That I am accepting that. That part, the name and form. Different combinations of these two, names and forms. Thousands and thousands of permutations and combinations of names and forms, all these are mithya. There is no doubt in that. But what is existing? If you are saying this world is existing, then it is Ishvara himself. It is his manifestation. So both are same. There is no need for quarrels between Dvaitis and Advaitis. we are quarreling in between. And what is the subject matter of quarrel? That which cannot be quarreled. See? Because it is above this. We cannot objectify it. So, yasyaiṣa mahimā bhuvi. Bhuvi, in the world, in this manifestation. Whatever exists is his mahimā, his greatness. Etavānasya mahimā. So whatever I am seeing, whatever I am hearing, whatever I am smelling, whatever I am thinking on, all are his greatness. So seeing this greatness, why we are going here and there? Realize this. Whatever I am experiencing here as existing is his greatness. That existence absolute is giving existence to all these manifestations. Yasyaiṣa mahimā bhuvi. So in this world, so bhuvi is in this world. When we say bhu or bhuvanam, the verbal meaning is world. When we say jagat, in English we will use the same word, world. When we say lokam, again the same word. But when we use Sanskrita, different connotations are there. See, when we say bhu or bhuvanam, the meaning will invariably become that in which or where all beings are manifesting. Bhavanti asmin bhutani iti bhuvanam. where all beings are manifesting. That is bhuvanam. When we say lokam, that which is experienced or which is seen. Look means to see. That which is seen is lokam. When we use the term jagat, the meaning is that which is moving. So here, where all these manifestations are coming, or everything is manifesting, all these are his greatness. Yasyaisha mahimā bhuvi. This is the glory of Ishvara. So we need not go in search of his glory. Oh, sir, please teach me what is Ishvara's glory. What you are experiencing, that is his glory. What you are seeing in this world, that is his glory. From here, where we have to go? Because this is the very abode of Ishvara. Love this world. Love all the beings in this world. Because all are manifestations of the same existence. So, yasyaisha mahimā bhuvi, divyebrahmapure hyeṣa vyomnyātmā pratiṣṭhitaḥ. So, all these are his glory or greatness. Then comes the question, if it is so, where he is seated? He is seated everywhere. Still, for a seeker, one who is in search of the absolute, we have to show, we have to point some points or some objects where he can concentrate, where he can focus his intellect, where he can start his inquiry. Of course, when that inquiry is started, then slowly he will go forward. There's no doubt in that. But once we have to start, where we will start? So it is said here, divyebrahmapure. Divyebrahmapure. Brahmapure. Puram is a city, a town, Puram. The city of Brahman. The city of Brahman, that is Brahmapura. Where it is? The city of Brahman. Where is that city? The city where Brahman has his abode. He is staying. There we have to inquire in search of him. In the Upanishad, here in the Mundakopanishad, we are seeing this term Brahmapura. In many other Upanishads, like Chandogya, the same name, Brahmapura, we can see. Brahmapura, the town, the city where we can realize the Brahman. In the Chandogya, it is very clearly stated, Asmin Brahmapure, in this Brahmapura, there is dhīrā pundarikaha. There is a small bud of lotus. A small lotus bud is there. And tasmin dhīrā akāṣaha. There is a space, very small space in that lotus bud. Tasmin yatad anveshtavyam. You inquire what is there inside. That is the saying of Chandogya Upanishad. So there is Brahmapura, and within that Brahmapura, a small lotus bud is there. And within that, a very small space is there. Then Upanishad asks us to inquire what is there. Anveshtavyam, it is to be inquired. So don't go here and there in search of that. We are walking with that. And we are inquiring outside. Why? Our senses of cognition are focused outside. So we are searching outside. But Upanishad is asking, turn it inward. We have to do a surgery to make all the senses of cognition inward. Because naturally it is fitted looking outside. This is a manufacturing defect. So we have to correct it. Kaschid dhīrā pratyagatmānamaikṣada. So says the Kathopanishad. Amrutajakṣuramrudatvam. One who is in search of immortality, he made all his senses inward, started introspecting. Even when we are saying we are doing introspection, we are going outside. We are introspecting in library books. Many writings, this, that. No, that is not introspection. That we are going here and there outside in search of what is inside. This is a comedy, and at the same time, this is a tragedy. See? We are searching outside what is inside. So, it is said, divyebrahmapure, in this Brahmapura, as it is the abode of Deva, it is called divya. Not something celestial. When we translate divya as something celestial, we will go here and there and look in search of that. No. Divya means the abode of Deva. One who is effulgent being. One who is of the nature of luminous nature. Who is giving light to all universe. That is Deva. And his Swarupa or his Sthana is Divya. Divyebrahmapure vyomnyātmā. Vyomnyātmā. Literal meaning is in the sky. But we have to take it as in the space. Vyomnyātmā, in the space. There, he is well established. Pratiṣṭhitaḥ. Pratiṣṭhitaḥ. Well established. So, divyebrahmapure hyeṣa atmā pratiṣṭhitaḥ. Where? In the vyomnyātmā. In the vyoman. That means in this space. So, there we have to inquire. There we have to inquire. So, once more let us see. Yaha sarvajñaḥ, sarvavidyasyaiṣa, yasya hyeṣa mahimā bhuvi divyebrahmapure hṛdi vyomni hyeṣa atmā pratiṣṭhitaḥ. How he is seated there? He is seated there. He is well established there. How? Manomayaḥ prāṇaśarīranetā. Manomayaḥ prāṇaśarīranetā. pratiṣṭhitaḥ anne hṛdayaṃ sannidhāya. prāṇaśarīranetā. Neta is the controller or the leader. The meaning of neta is leader, one who is leading. Ni prapane. From that root comes the term neta. Ni plus tr. Neta. Netru. Netaro, netaraha. So neta means one who is leading. Leading to the goal. Leading to the goal. He is neta. We are using that term in the common world nowadays. Neta. Political leaders. Where they are leading, they do not know, and we also do not know. But they are leading. There is no doubt in that. They are leading. So they are leaders. So here, who is the neta? prāṇaśarīranetā. Who is controlling the prana and the sharira? Sharira is the body, gross as well as subtle. Not only the gross body, but the subtle body also. One who is controlling or leading this. When he is present inside or he is present in the body, this body is functioning. This body is staying without any change, but he is not there inside, then there is no activity. It will start to disintegrate. So who is making this body alive? Who is making this body function? It is he. So, Shariranetā. And he is the controller of prana also. In the Upanishad, there is a mantra, na pranena na panena martyo jivati kaschana itarena tu jivanti yasmin neta upashritau. We can study that mantra in the Kathopanishad. Na pranena na apanena martyo jivati kaschana. Man is living neither by prana nor by apana. Normally we may say in the world, because of prana I am living. When prana goes, one will die. No, when one dies, then prana will go. At the time of death, prana will go. Not that when prana goes, I will die. No. Upanishad says, neither by prana nor by apana a man is living. Itarena tu jivanti, by another being. Itaraha, who is that another being? Upanishad is not saying, itarena tu jivanti, by another being, a man is living. Jivanti is living. Yasmin etau upashritau. Yasmin, in which? Etau, these two. These two means prana and apana. Two forms of our vital energy. Two forms of our vital energy. And two forms of vital air they are staying or living because of him. Who is that he? Go in search of him. So when he is there, prana will work, apana will work. When he is not there, they cannot work anymore. They cannot stand anymore. So prāṇaśarīranetā, the leader of pranas and the bodies. Bodies means gross and subtle. The sthula and sukshma. Prāṇaśarīranetā, manomayaḥ, of the form of the mind, or with the mind. One who is always with the mind. Who is making the mind active. Manomayaḥ. With the mind, manomayaḥ. One who is with the mind, manomayaḥ. Many ways we can say. So manomayaḥ, one who is with the mind, mind stand for both manas and intellect. Manas, buddhi and all together. Here we need not differentiate between manas and buddhi. All the internal instruments we can take together. So manomayaḥ, one who is with the mind and the intellect, and who is controlling the mind and the intellect, or who is of the form of the mind. He is prāṇaśarīranetā, the leader and controller of prana and shariras. What he is doing? Pratiṣṭhitaḥ, he is well established. Pratiṣṭhitaḥ means he is well established. He is residing. Where? Anne. Anne. Literal meaning of, verbal meaning of annam is food. But here, the meaning is annamaya kosha. There are different sheets in which I myself is covered. So to find myself out, I have to remove all these sheets one after another. First comes the gross body, which we can perceive outside, which came from mother and father, which developed as an effect of my own food and other intakes. This is the gross body. This is called annamaya kosha. This is anna. Why? It is a product of anna. Not only it is a product of anna, it stands because of anna. Anna sustains this. So, birth and sustenance of this body is because of anna. And therefore, this is called, gross body is called annamaya kosha. So, this self, which is manomaya and prāṇaśarīranetā, is well established in this body. He is not limited by the body, but at the same time established in the body. Then comes the question. So he is inside the body means he is not outside the body. No. He is inside and he is outside. He is not limited by the body. A body cannot engage him. Body is a cage and inside the cage he is like a dog. No. is not limited. Because whatever exists behind all these existences, there is the existence absolute. So it is not limited by any body or any constitution. But a seeker, an inquirer who is in search of the absolute reality must start from within. From where else he will start? From where else he will start? This is the question. Why such a question is coming? See, I am saying you start your inquiry from Mahavishnu. What is the existence that giving existence to Mahavishnu? You go and inquire that. If somebody says that, I do not know where Mahavishnu is, I'm not sure. Such a being, as explained by my grandmother or grandfather, as Mahavishnu with 4 arms and 2 legs, is existing. The existence itself is questionable. You start from the world. I do not know the limits of the world. If you say you start from this or that, I cannot. But I am sure that I am existing. There's no doubt in that. When I am seeing an object, it is living or not living, I don't know. I am not sure about it. But I am sure I am living. I am existing. So I can start from myself. It is the only starting point of inquiry. So, ānne pratiṣṭhitaḥ. He is well established in this annamaya kosha, and start your inquiry from there. Is this my real nature? Is this my real nature? No. This is your instrument. You are making it work. So go inside deeper and deeper. So we have to start somewhere, and that starting point is this body. That is why it is said, ānne pratiṣṭhitaḥ. Well established in the annamaya kosha, in the gross body. Where hṛdayaṃ sannidhāya. Situated in the hṛdayaṃ. Hṛdayaṃ. Hṛdayaṃ sannidhāya. That is the center. That is the center, the hṛdayaṃ. What is hṛdayaṃ? Hṛdayaṃ is hṛdayaṃ. The center of my own being. I am saying I am. I am touching my own chest and I am saying I am. I am here. Are you not seeing me? I am seeing your gross body, Swami. And you are touching your own chest and saying I am here. But it is the common language, not the Vedantic language, and the Vedanta also use the same language, the center of our being. You sit erect and touch the middle part of your body and say, in the middle I am existing. Not that in the pumping station, which is pumping blood everywhere in this body, I am existing. No. So for a seeker, one who is starting his inquiry, there must be some place, some spot to begin his inquiry, and Acharya say, in the hṛdaya you start. Because it is the center portion. And therefore, beautifully Upanishad says, Hrudi ayam iti hṛdayam. It is not the verbal meaning. It is not the verbal meaning, but knowing that. Upanishad says, hṛdayaṃ iti hṛdayaṃ. Hridi means inside the heart. Ayam means he. So he is residing inside and therefore it is called hṛdayaṃ. So says the Upanishad. Hṛdayaṃ iti hṛdayaṃ. See the greatness of the Samskrita bhasha. When we say heart in English, somebody may ask, what is that? Heart is an organ made of such and such materials, fibers, this, that, with such and such cavities. And it is pumping blood everywhere in this body. And that is called heart. Then somebody comes and asks, why it is called heart? It is called heart. Don't ask any question. The term is used by ancestors and we are continuing that. So it is heart. So why heart is heart? Heart is heart. There is no explanation. But see the beauty of Samskrita. Hr plus da plus ya. Hr, harane. Haranam. Absorbing something. Squeezing in something. Hr, harane. Da, dane. Giving out. Ya, prapane. Making reach everywhere. So that organ which is absorbing the blood from all parts of body and pump it out everywhere and thereby spread the vital energy everywhere, that is called hṛdaya. Hṛdayaṃ. So when we say hṛdayaṃ, the meaning is understood. So three dhatus are there: hr, harane, da, dane, ya, prapane. So if we are mysers in using words or letters, we can say hṛt instead of hṛdayaṃ. So there we will take the first two dhatus, hr plus da, hṛt. And from that hṛt comes the term heart. So hṛdi, inside the hṛt, hyeṣa atmā pratiṣṭhitaḥ, hṛdayaṃ sannidhāya. Centering the heart, he is residing. Tadvijñānena, by realizing him. Tadvijñānena means by realizing him. Paripaśyanti dhīrā. Paripaśyanti dhīrā. Paśyanti means is seeing. Paripaśyanti is seeing everywhere. Is seeing always. That is realizing always. But ānandarūpamamṛtaṃ, that which is of the form of bliss. And amṛtaṃ, immortality. So he will realize what is immortal. He, ānandarūpamamṛtaṃ, he is realizing what is bliss. So bliss and immortality he will realize. Where? Everywhere, wherever he goes, wherever he looks, everywhere it is immortality and bliss. So he will not go in search of small, small happiness here and there, because he is realizing the immortality and at the same time the bliss absolute. Where? Everywhere. ānandarūpamamṛtaṃ yad vibhāti. Yad, that which vibhāti is manifesting. Vibhāti. So the manifestation of immortality and bliss, he is realizing. So by realizing the essential nature of individual, that existence which is inside the heart, that existence which is centered in the heart, and the inquiry we can begin from the gross body. So by that realization, one will have that immortality and bliss. That shows the self of Jiva, the individual, is the immortal self which have no limitations. If there is limitation, we will not have bliss, Anandam. So we can have happiness from different objects of the world. When we are getting or consuming different objects, we will have a happiness. There is no doubt in that. But we are not getting bliss. To say bliss, no limitation must be there. See, when one man realized this thing, my real nature is bliss. But I am limited by this body. There is a contradiction. When limitation is there, it is not bliss. It can be happiness. So here the term Ananda is used. So paripaśyanti Anandam. When he is realizing the bliss means he transcends all limitations. There is no any limitation anymore for him. So realizing the self within is that realization which is above all limitations. What is the meaning of that? Atma is Brahman. There is no difference. These are not two entities. That is the inner meaning of all Mahavakyas. So it is said here, again we will discuss that part of mantra once more in our next sitting. I think today we can...
Yeah, we can conclude, Swamiji.
We can conclude. Yeah. I was waiting for your... So we can conclude today. That much work is there. So we will meet. Those who are in Bangalore, we can meet on 12th and the 13th. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashye Makshabhiryajatra Sthirairangai Stushtuvam Sastanobhir Vyashema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu Sustina Indro Vṛddhashrava Sustina Pusha Vishwaveda Sustina Starksho Arishtaneme Sustino Brihaspati Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om.